Should an injured construction worker in Illinois file a workers' compensation claim or a lawsuit? If you're hurt on a construction site in Illinois, you might assume your only source of recovery is workers' compensation. But in many construction accident cases, that's actually not true. My name is Zach Anderson, co-owner at 217 Law, and as a former union and non-union construction worker, I really enjoy helping construction workers across central Illinois who get hurt on job sites. If you're hurt at work while working on a job site in Illinois, then workers' compensation does likely apply. Workers' compensation is designed to cover or to help injured workers out with injuries that happen while that worker is in the course and scope of their employment. It can pay for medical treatment. It can provide some temporary wage benefits while the worker's off of work. And then when the worker is able to go back to work or has reached what is called MMI, maximum medical improvement, then workers' compensation typically provides compensation for permanent injuries. The trade-off for workers' compensation is that typically a hurt worker can't file a lawsuit against their own employer for negligence. But construction sites are different from many other workplaces. On a construction site, there's often multiple companies working on the same site. Plumbers, electricians, carpenters, etc., all typically work for different companies. General contractors oversee things. There's, as I mentioned, subcontractors, there's equipment operators, there's property owners, there's equipment manufacturers, all involved in the same project. And if a worker for one of those companies or somebody from one of those companies does something that causes the injured worker to be harmed, then that injured worker, in addition to their workers' compensation case, may be able to file a third party claim against that uh, negligent party. And that would mean, of course, that the injured worker could receive both workers' compensation benefits while also pursuing a separate injury lawsuit against the responsible party. A third party lawsuit is typically more valuable. It's typically a lot more valuable than a standalone workers' compensation claim. So if a lawsuit can be filed, it's typically in the injured worker's best interest. For example, if a subcontractor drops materials that strike you, or a crane operator from another company causes an accident, I've had those cases before, or defective equipment fails, then those might all give rise to third party cases. Construction accidents often involve serious injuries, and understanding all of your legal options can make all the difference in the outcome of your case. So if you were injured on a construction site in central Illinois, and you want an attorney to consult with, especially an attorney with a background in construction, please feel free to reach out.